In the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Praise belongs to God, to whom belongs what is in the heavens and what is in the earth, and to him belongs the praise in the hereafter, and he is the wise, the aware. He knows what penetrates the earth, and what comes forth from it, and what descends from the sky, and what ascends into it, and he is the merciful, the forgiving. And those who ignore warning say, "The hour will not come to us." Say thou, "Verily, by my Lord, it will come to you, the knower of the unseen. Not absent from him is the weight of an atom in the heavens or in the earth, or what is smaller than that or greater, save is in a clear writ, that he might reward those who heed warning and do righteous deeds. Those have pardon and a noble provision. And those who strive against our proofs to frustrate, those have the punishment of a painful scourge. And those given knowledge see that what is sent down to thee from thy Lord is the truth, and it guides to the path of the exalted in might, the praiseworthy. And those who ignore warning say, "Shall we direct you to a man who informs you that when you are scattered utterly, you will be in a new creation? He has invented a lie about God. If he be possessed, the truth is, those who believe not in the hereafter are in punishment and extreme error. Do they then not see what is before them, and what following them of the heaven and the earth? If we will, we can make the earth swallow them, or cause to fall upon them pieces of the sky. In that is a proof for every repentant servant. And we gave David from us bounty. O you mountains, echo with it, and you birds. And we softened iron for him. Do thou abundant good works, and decree thou their continuance. And work righteousness. I see what you do. And to Solomon the wind, its morning course a month, and its evening course a month. And we made flow for him a spring of molten brass. And among the domini worked some before him by the leave of his Lord. And who deviated among them from our command, we will let him taste of the punishment of the inferno. They made for him what he willed of sanctuaries, and statues, and basins like pools, and vessels firmly fixed. Work, house of David, ingratitude. And few are the grateful among my servants. And when we decreed death for him, there indicated his death to them only a creature of the earth eating at his staff. But when he fell down, it became clear to the domini that had they but known the unseen, they would not have tarried in the humiliating punishment. There was for Saba a proof in their dwelling place, 2 gardens on the right hand and on the left. Eat of the provision of your Lord, and be grateful to him, a good land and a forgiving Lord. Then they turned away, so we sent upon them the flooding of the dam, and gave them in exchange for their 2 gardens, 2 gardens bearing bitter fruit and tamarisk, and something of sparse lote trees. That we rewarded them because they denied. And do we reward save the ungrateful? And we made between them and the cities we had blessed cities visible, and determined the journey between them. Travel in this by night and day in safety. But they said, Long has our Lord made the distance between our journeys. and they wronged their souls, and we made them tales told, and scattered them utterly. In that are proofs for everyone patient and grateful. And Iblis had proved right in his assumption about them, and they followed him, save a faction among the believers. And he had no authority over them, save that we might know him who believes in the hereafter, from him who is thereof in doubt. And thy Lord is custodian over all things. Say thou, call to those whom you claim besides God. They possess not the weight of an atom in the heavens or in the earth, and they have not in them any partnership, nor has he among them any helper. And intercession avails not with him save him whom he gives leave. When terror has been lifted from their hearts, they will say, What said your Lord? They will say, The truth. And he is the exalted, the great. Say thou, Who provides for you from the heavens and the earth? Say thou, God, and either we or you are upon guidance, or in manifest error. Say thou, You will not be questioned about what we committed, nor will we be questioned about what you do. Say thou, Our Lord will bring us together, then will he decide between us with justice, and he is the knowing judge. Say thou, Show me those whom you have joined with him as partners. No, indeed, the truth is, he is God, the exalted in might, the wise. And we sent thee only as a bearer of glad tidings and a warner to all mankind, but most men know not. And they say, When is this promise, if you be truthful? Say thou, You have the appointment of a day you cannot defer an hour, nor can you advance. And those who ignore warning say, We will never believe in this Qur'an, nor in what was before it. But if thou couldst see when the wrongdoers are brought before their Lord, refuting each other's word, thou wouldst see a terrible sight. Those who were despised will say to those who had waxed proud, Were it not for you, we would have been believers. Those who had waxed proud will say to those who were despised, Did we turn you away from the guidance after it had come to you? Nay, you were lawbreakers. And those who were despised will say to those who had waxed proud, Nay, it was your scheme, night and day, when you commanded us to deny God and make equals to him. And they will whisper remorse when they see the punishment, and we place yokes on the necks of those who ignore warning. Will they be rewarded, save for what they did? And we sent not to a city any warner, save its opulent ones said, We are deniers of that wherewith you have been sent. And they said, We are greater in wealth and children, and we are not to be punished. Say thou, My Lord expands provision for whom he wills, and he straightens. But most men know not. And it is not your wealth or your children that bring you near to us in proximity. Only whoso believes and works righteousness, those have the double reward for what they did, and they will be in the high chambers secure. And those who strive to frustrate our proofs, those will be summoned to the punishment. Say thou, My Lord expands provision for whom he wills of his servants, and he straightens for him. And what you have spent of anything, he will replace it, and he is the best of providers. And the day he gathers them all together, then will he say to the angels, Did these serve you? They will say, Glory be to thee, thou art our ally, not them. The truth is, they served the Domini, most of them were believers in them. And that day will you possess for one another neither benefit nor harm. And we will say to those who did wrong, taste the punishment of the fire which you denied. And when our proofs are recited to them as clear signs, they say, this is only a man who wishes to turn you away from what your fathers served. And they say, this is only an invented falsehood. And those who ignore warning say of the truth when it has come to them, this is only obvious sorcery. And we gave them not any writs to study, and we sent not to them before thee any warner. And those before them denied, and they attained not a tenth of what we gave them, but they denied my messengers. Then how was my rejection? Say thou, I but exhort you to one thing, that you stand up for God in twos and alone, then reflect. Your companion is not possessed. He is only a warner to you before a severe punishment. Say thou, what I might have asked of you of reward, it is yours. My reward is only upon God, and he is witness over all things. Say thou, my Lord hurls the truth, the knower of the unseen realms. Say thou, the truth has come, and vanity originates not, and it repeats not. Say thou, if I go astray, I but go astray against my soul, and if I am guided, it is because of what my Lord reveals to me. He is hearer and near. And if thou couldst see when they are in terror, but there is no escape, and they are seized from a near place, and they say, we believe in it. But how will they have the reaching from a place far away, when they denied it before, and attacked the unseen from a place far away? And a barrier will be set between them and what they desire, as was done with their sects before. They were in skeptical doubt.